Hello, and welcome back to our German 1890 campaign, Blood and Iron. The last episode, we started some ship refits, started building a couple more corvettes, and that was generally about it. We had some ups and downs as far as all the tension and whatnot goes. And we started a new class of destroyers, which we finished 12 of. We'll probably stick with what we got there as far as that is concerned for now until we get to a little bit bigger destroyers, then we'll maybe build out a little bit from there. So something I did want to do was get rid of these old corvettes of ours. They're obsolete and they're oversized for the mission, and we have enough new corvettes coming into service that they're just not necessary anymore. And if it turns out that we're short on corvettes, we'll just use some couple of destroyers or something for that role. So let's scrap these. It should save us, let's see what, there's 7 of them, 35 each. That should save us, I don't know, about 250 per month or so. So let's scrap. We get a little bit of money for it, like 300. But more importantly, we've got these rebuilding here. Let's try to be calm. We're going to burn a couple prestige to not immediately go to war with Italy here. They are allied with Japan, but we're allied with France and the US, I believe. No, we're just allied with the US. But we'll burn a couple prestige. Very unexpected. If anyone was going to do that, I would have expected it to be old Russia there. Take a look at our sunk ships. So that was a corvette that was blown up. Location, it says just internal explosion. It doesn't say who did it or anything of the sort. So when we took some of those other corvettes off of, well, when we got rid of them, we lost some of our foreign station. So we're just going to go ahead and assign these old cruisers to that task. There we go. We might have lost a prestige point based off of that. We're going to hang on to this because France is one of our main enemies here. There we go. There's 900-ton destroyers. We have enough money to go through and start doing our refits real quick because tensions are getting really high here. So if we can, we want to do some refits. So let's do these Venetias. Actually, more importantly, let's do our new heavy cruisers first. So let's rebuild them. I'm going to replace the machinery, give them turbines. We're going to upgrade what guns we can and give them some speed. Very nice. 26 knots. Okay. We can't go higher than 25 on these hulls. So these hulls are limiting us a little bit. The question is, can we add? We cannot. And I don't know if we can add. Can we do that? We cannot. Okay. Well, delete. Hang on, what was the rules on that? Okay, we just can't do it, so. So these blue shirt class, they're gonna have a ton of ton of extra weight remaining on them. So maybe, what if we increase the secondaries? Are we allowed to do that? No. But what if we turn the secondaries into doubles? Are we allowed to do that? Only in single mounts. Okay. Well, we're a little bit limited in what we can do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw minesweepers on these things. And that's essentially about all I can do. I could add torpedo bulge to them if I wanted to, but that would slow them down. That would take 3 knots off the speed. We could add deck armor. Nah, let's not do that. All right, let's just stick with what we got here. No, we can't even do minesweeping. Man, we are limited with what we can do. All right, well, 1 year rebuilds on these. Save the game. This is about Russia. We can get budget, but we lose prestige. We get tension. So what we're just trying to do is delay the inevitable here. But we are getting a lot of unrest. It's probably tied to our budget actually. So that's not a good thing. This is the Estafie class. That sounds familiar. 19,500 tons. We've crushed the rebels in Bougainville, which is over here. No oil for us. And we have some money left over. So let's see what we can refit here. These Prince Heinrichs, they're pretty dang old. 1892. We might be able to do something with them. So let's replace the machinery. Give them turbines for some extra speed. Upgrade the guns. And bring them up to 23 knots. Yeah, I mean, with 8-inch guns of 0 quality, double turrets, with a fire control, we could use these for raiding or something. I don't know. Figure out something to do with them. Alrighty. Then we have a few more that are in rebuild here. The rest of our Prussian class. We need to sort of delay this confrontation with Russia as long as we can. Oh no, we lost the United States. Eh, let's not provoke a war immediately, if we can. We've already fought 2 wars. Alright, we're being criticized. No, I'm surprised we didn't lose prestige because Iceland is sort of in our home territory there, and unrest is going up, so we'll have to try to bring the budget down, even if it means putting delays on some of our rebuilds. Starting to get protests. Uh-oh, there's Italy getting mad at us. I'll let Japan handle their own problems, but we will do cooperation with Japan for technology sharing. All right. So we'll save, and let's actually spy on the US now because they don't want to be our friends anymore, and they probably have some technologies that we don't. This guy's below average. I'm not spending a prestige to save him. If it pushes us into a conflict with Italy, then so be it, which would also push us into a conflict with Japan because they are allies. British dreadnought, the Rodney class. This isn't a Rodney class. The weapons aren't all forward. But these are definitely outclassing us. Even our brand new, quote unquote, brand new Prussian class are they're not going to be great compared to like even like the most basic battleships that are out there now, like the actual dreadnoughts. All right, well that's war between Russia and the U.S. All right, save the game. And what needs to be rebuilt here? Probably like all these raw stocks, but we're so close to getting into a war. Let's hold off on that and let's not risk leaking technology. Okay. Actually, now might not be a horrible time to get into a war with Russia since they're fighting with the US and they got high tensions with Japan on top of it. This is the Estefani class, okay. So they're building several of those. I think I just saw mine rails on okay, we're getting close to having mine rails. Okay, well, sounds like we're getting ready to go to war with Italy. In the meantime, we got all these rebuilds that are about to finish. We're not going to push any more rebuilds out right now. Instead, we're going to have to catch up in the dreadnought race. Oh, that's a big boy. 21,000 tons. Wow, that is a lot of guns. Okay, let's clear all these turrets. Let's add in, what can we go? We can go up to 14-inch. Let's do forward and aft. And we'll do forward superimposed, aft superimposed. We'll do double turrets. That's allowed. Um, let's see here. Get rid of those torpedo tubes, as I suspected we had. Okay, gets us up to 20 knots. We're going to be a little bit light, a little bit less armored than other ships at 10 inches of belt, as opposed to I think there was like some 11 or 12-inch armored belts in some of those other ones. But we should have a range advantage with the 14-inch guns. And we've got quality 0 on our secondary, so let's we can only go up to 22,000 tons. Let's see here. There we go. Gives us 50 extra tonnage left over for upgrades and whatnot in the future. It gives us 100 rounds per main gun. And if we're going to do these, we want to do them right. One, two, one, two, one, two. Less 3-inch guns and more 4-inch guns, I guess. Oh, we don't have secondary turrets. Well, what if we go back to casemates? That saves us some weight. Man, that ammunition is heavy. Okay, well, back to 52 tons, 100 rounds of main gun ammo. Some 4-inch guns is backup, some 3-inch guns is backup. And this will probably be good. Let's, Mecklenburg, Rhineland, Worth. I liked the Hessen class. That could do. I mean, these will be our main battleships for a while. I mean, what if we went up to max? What could we gain? Hang on, what's the price difference? So 75, we basically pay an extra like 900 or so total on the build in order to gain 5 more rounds, 5 more rounds of ammunition on the main guns, and a little bit extra weight remaining. We could throw in like another set of threes, 2 more sets, 3 more sets, and that costs like another 1,500 in total. And it puts us at 22,000. I mean, if we're going to build them, we might as well build them. And these will be, these should be nicely upgradable for the next, what, like 15 years or so, probably. We'll be able to put some new fire controls on there. We can probably put a new fire control on here without even having to like uh, upgrade the machinery or anything like that. Like just having the extra weight is good. All right, yeah, we'll take this. This will be the Hessen class. They wouldn't be ready nearly in time for war right now, but okay, there's the mine rails. So we'd have mine layers on our cruisers, or use the cruisers as mine layers, I mean. Let's actually start working on our docks. Oh, okay, we can apply that to the new design. We had like 75, around 72 or 75 tons. Yep, getting some protests. So this is the Intrepid class battle cruiser for the U.S. 25 knots, 22,200 tons, 11-inch guns, 10-inch belt, which is what we have. So they're us, but they're faster with smaller guns, essentially. Okay, getting some tension going down a little bit with Italy. Let's go another turn. We can. This is the repulse. This is the rod. Oh, it's the Rodney class. Okay, we've seen that. Let's rework this design. We gained 152. That lets us put on torpedo defense number 2. Very cool. And we lose about 10 tons of upgradable future upgrades. But I think it's worth it for the extra torpedo protection. Save the game. And we should be able to build like 4 of these at a time, no problem. All right, well, let's do some limited upgrades in the meantime. So we'll rebuild two of these. So let's do replace machinery, upgrade these secondaries. We'll put on turbines and we increase the speed. How old are these? These are the Hansa class. We started with these, I believe, or maybe we didn't. No, I don't think we started with these. I think this is like the first cruisers we designed, but we can throw on. We can't throw on mine route. Oh, light cruisers and destroyers, right? Anyhow, new rangefinders. We can't go higher than 23 knots. Oh, these are old. Okay, old hulls. Fair enough. Can we put on another set of 6-inch guns? We can. Only in single mounts, not casemates. Okay, fine. They're doing everything they can to limit us. How the heck are we going to put that much force into the Baltic without severely gimping our situation in the North Atlantic? So let's move some ships to the Baltic. How about the Prince Heinrichs? We'll send those over. We'll send over the Venetias. And how about some light cruisers? The Rostocks. There we go. Save the game. Go next turn. So they're just trading destroyers. We've got undue tension with France shooting up here. All right, let's build 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And we need to spend some more money. I don't want to rebuild any of our ships that are in service right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to design some light cruisers because we're going to have to start retiring some of these soon. Probably the Geffions are going to have to go, the Amazons are going to go, the Undine will have to go. So we're going to need like utility cruisers, stuff we can put on foreign station and stuff we can just kind of fight with in general. So let's go ahead and design a light cruiser class, something with like a new hull that can go fast. So like we get 27 knots off that immediately. This is only 4,800 tons. We can go up to like 5,500 with ease. We do want to put some mines on here. So we'll do 30 mines. Let's see here. Can you put torpedo protection on light cruisers? You can. So we'll give them 1 level of torpedo protection. I don't think 2 is necessary. And we're going to go down to 1 inch of deck armor. Because I still don't think we're going to be dealing with like plunging fire anytime soon. Can we put double turrets on cruisers? Is that allowed? It is. All right. Can we put like midships, center line, center line? What if those were doubles? Okay, so we can't do that. So let's delete, 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 and we'll add double turrets. Can we do wing? Is that allowed? Okay, it's not allowed. So we'll delete, we'll delete. We'll add single turrets on the wings. There we go. Is that allowed? It is. Cool. So these are 6-inch guns. These are pretty good. We're gonna go up to 170 rounds because this is like our main armament for these things. Just want a little bit of extra oomph to them. This gives us a broadside weight of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So cut that in half. So 3, 5, 7. So that's 7 guns per broadside, essentially. Pretty good. And then, let's see, we could give it 3-inch armor. Let's check the gun data on that. It wouldn't protect us against very much, honestly. It'd protect us out to 9,000 yards from 6-inch guns. Let's also add the torpedo tubes. And I think we're going to take the belt back down to 2.5. Takes it to 11,000 yards. So what's the difference in terms of money? So we have to go up to like another 5,600 tons. So it's 51, sorry, 21, 570. Well, basically, let's look at this 571, 952, 954. It was 21, wasn't it? So we'd save about 600 in total off the build if we take the armor back down to 2.5 inch and we take 100 tons off displacement. But I think we're going to stick with 5,600 tons. The extra belt armor, it does make a difference. It's like 2,000 yards of invulnerability from, well, protection essentially from 6-inch guns, which is going to be like one of the main things we're running into for like other light cruisers and also the secondaries on these battleships that we're seeing pop up. So that's actually kind of important. The These torpedo tubes, I could take or leave them. Take them or leave them because they're really only there for finishing off ships now. Like we're past the era of being able to like take our cruisers and point blank to people. Like there's too much fire control around. So that's really only good for finishing off ships. So what if we stripped off essentially, okay, that wouldn't make really that much of a difference. We could go down to 5,500 tons. Okay, so yeah, we will do that. So we will strip off one set of torpedoes. Mm, this is okay. 5,500 tons. We don't want them to be like, gold plated or anything. They're just utility cruisers. These things are going to hopefully fill a couple of different roles, like just foreign station ships as well as like, fleet cruisers just in general. And they'll eventually get replaced with cruisers in the future that can hopefully carry a little bit more of a weight of broadside of like torpedoes, maybe like some. Aw, see, oh well, it's too late now. We're only 1 month into building these Hessians, but I don't want to wait around any longer. They'll have to live with having casemates instead of the double turrets. The next generation will have secondary turrets. Man, come on. Well, we are bleeding prestige here. All right. So these are 1,000 each to build. Let's go ahead and build 8 of these to start with, because we do want to start cutting into this funding. We're overfunded right now. We have too much in the bank. This is the Intrepid class. We've seen this. So the U.S. has lost. I mean, Russia is losing some ships. I think they lost like a light cruiser already, and now they just lost 2 heavies. So if we're forced into a war with Russia, that is kind of like it's a big deal. Yeah, they're losing some. They lost 3 heavy cruisers. Actually, it wasn't even a light cruiser yet. Um, yeah, I mean, the less heavy cruisers, the better. We're gonna raise tension, and now we can build medium range submarines as well. So that's where some of this money is going to go. Let's go ahead and start pumping them out. We do like our submarines. Hopefully, these Hanses will be rebuilt here pretty quick. All right. And we are 31 minutes in. Oh, shoot. Okay, good. Perfect. We're 31 minutes in. We just got a war going. So next episode will be the war. So let's start getting our Prussians over to the Baltic. We'll get first squadron. So let's do over to the Baltic. And then we want to grab first squadron. It looks like yeah, so get the rest of these as well over there. And then we'll get the first squadron over there. And like that probably will be fine. Cool. We're going to set our submarines to unrestricted warfare. We want to didn't we put these on trade protection already? What did I do? Oh, I put those on foreign station. Okay. So we are short on escorts. So let's put these on trade protection. And then we're going to need that on trade protection. There we go. And then we're also going to have to start building some AMCs. Nope, we want this down to 300 tons. Forward and aft. How the heck did we do this last time? I'm confused. We are at war. Oh, hang on. Clear these. Then we can do medium range. We can add this. We can give it a little bit of speed. 3-inch guns. And this will do. Like, this is fine. We'll have to build like several of these to fill in the gap. So we'll save and finish. We'll build 8 of these. All right. So we're all set for next episode. I don't want to start a battle right now with 35 minutes in. Russia doesn't. Well, they actually have a lot of pre-dreadnoughts here in the Baltic, so that should be an interesting encounter. And then we're probably not going to run into them much in Southeast Asia. All we have over there is a light cruiser, essentially. And then what do we have in Northern Europe? We have, as far as heavy cruisers, we still have some. So we're going to set these to raiders. And we have these settings that are good to go. Okay, cool. Sounds like we're good for next episode. So I will see you all then. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time, and sail safe out there.